Hi everybody, this is Crypto Rich, working with you to get rich with crypto, filling our pockets with crypto profits. And in this video, I'm going to be speaking to you about a project that is part of the Komodo ecosystem and is also making inroads in the NFT space. Apollo have produced the ultimate hardware wallet for your cryptocurrency assets, probably the most secure hardware wallet going. Use my affiliate link and the code for a discount. Hey Nutella, thank you so much for making yourself available.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Rich.
You're so welcome. We do have to say something about your name, right? Now, am I correct in understanding that Nutella isn't the name that you were given by your parents?
No, unfortunately not. No, that is correct.
You Nutella liquor, okay. But you are one of the team at Tokel, and we're going to go into Tokel and what it is and how it works and how it was born and created. Do you want to start by saying just a teeny bit about what it is you do at Tokel?
Yeah, my role at Tokel is basically an organizational type role. So a lot of direction, a lot of organizing the developers as well as the marketers and graphic designers for general, keeping everyone on the same set of train tracks so that we can push the Tokel platform forward and continue developing and give a usable product to people out there that would like to use a token platform.
Right. So like a sort of operations director sort of role.
Yeah, we haven't. I guess within our team, we don't necessarily put labels on our products, but on our roles. But yeah, basically just a management type role.
Yeah. Okay. So what is Tokel? Tokel.io. I'll have all the links in the description below, so people go check it out. So what is Tokel?
Yeah, Tokel is a tokenization platform. And tokenization encompasses both NFTs, which are quite popular at the moment, so non-fungible tokens, as well as fungible tokens, which we call either fixed supply tokens or limited supply tokens. So we're an asset chain of the Komodo ecosystem. So we use their Komodo daemon to create an entirely independent blockchain that doesn't rely on anybody else, and then we have inherent blockchain features where people can come along and create NFTs and tokens on top of the platform. Unlike the Ethereum, like a majority of the Ethereum-based the blockchains that are out there, we don't actually have Ethereum Virtual Machine, EVM, so we don't have smart contracts. So again, a majority of the NFT-based and token-based platforms are all smart contract-based, whereas we have Komodo-based technologies, which are what we call smart UTXOs. So we manage individual parts of the Tokel coin to track your tokens. What that means from a layman's perspective is that for each Satoshi of the Tokel coin, you can create one token. And then that Satoshi will forever be tracked as whatever token you create on the platform. So the idea being that anybody can access the public blockchain and come along and create their NFTs or tokens and use that in whatever service or feature or offering that they'd like to.
Okay. So I could, using your platform, create a non-fungible token, which would be, say, a digital representation of Crypto Rich and a digital representation of Nutella liquor, and because those aren't interchangeable, they're different, distinct, which is the whole deal about non-fungible token. It's not the same as another one. Like one, this is for people who don't know, like one gold coin, whether it's an Australian gold koala or a British Britannia, the gold is the same. It's completely the same. They're interchangeable. It's fungible. So that would be a non-fungible token. Or I could use your platform to create fungible tokens, which might be 1 million Crypto Rich coins or 1 million Nutella liquor coins. And then they're all fungible with each other. You could swap one Crypto Rich coin with another Crypto Rich coin. So that's fungibility, NFTs and FTs, I suppose. But why would anybody want to create NFTs or fungible tokens using your platform?
Yeah, the biggest barrier to entry for a lot of the developing world at the moment is the cost to create. So if you look at the Ethereum platform, for example, the biggest smart contract platform that's available, to go and create on any of the marketplaces, specifically the NFT marketplaces, costs a lot of money. So you're talking anywhere from $100 to $200, depending on the gas fees that at that time. On the Tokel platform, we're talking like one Satoshi of the Tokel coin can create an NFT, an individual NFT. the current price of the Tokel coin is somewhere between 4 and 6 cents. So if you times that by 1 Satoshi, that's the price of creation for a singular NFT. So the barrier to entry is like significantly lower, and I know a lot of other Ethereum virtual machine based platforms are offering a similar thing, but it's still not scalable. Whereas if we look, so if they, for example, if those Ethereum virtual machine blockchains had the market cap of Ethereum, they would have similar issues and similar costs based on the gas fees at the time that would be used to actually run the smart contracts to create the NFTs. We don't, on the Tokel platform, on the Tokel blockchain, we don't have smart contracts to create these NFTs, so you don't even pay gas fees. You just have to have 1 Satoshi of the Tokel coin, and you basically write metadata onto that Satoshi. That's a big draw card, I guess, for a lot of people that are starting to use the Tokel platform is the cost to do it. The other avenue that we're trying to target is the ease of access and the ease of use of the platform. So we're creating a decentralized application that uses a bunch of actual decentralized technologies, and creating these offerings. So the application at the moment has a coin and token wallet where you can keep all your coins and tokens that are on the blockchain, and then we've just released a token creation tool, so you can go into this one application. It's incredibly quick. You don't have to download the blockchain, but it's truly decentralized. It doesn't rely on any servers. The Tokel team doesn't host servers or anything. It talks to full nodes on the blockchain. You click create a token, you click NFT, you fill out a couple of fields, and you click create, and bang, you've got that token there, or you've got that NFT there in your wallet, ready to go to either send to someone, use it for whatever use case you've got, or sell it on the marketplace, which will be targeting release by mid-year. So they're the two big things.
That is amazing, because I was looking at sending some ERC20 from my MetaMask to an exchange. It's like $50 just to send some ERC20s. It's insane. And then I want to get some. I want to engage with some ERC20s into a particular smart contract. Oh my God, $120 just to connect with the smart contract. And I don't know how much it would cost to create NFTs on the Ethereum blockchain and then move them about. But you're saying, what I hear with you is like for 3 or 4 cents, I could make 100 million tokens.
Yes.
There'd be fungible tokens or non-fungible tokens, but it would take a long time to make 100 million fungible,
non-fungible tokens.
Each one distinct from any other, right? That is really incredible. And no gas fees, fully decentralized. Okay, well, look, let's find out about the Tokel project. So when did you launch? How much money did you raise? Where did you get your funding from?
Yeah, so we originally started the planning of the white paper about I think it was November 2 years ago now. So just over a year. We've kind of ticked over that year milestone. It took about until the end of July to release the blockchain itself, because we were working alongside the Komodo platform developers to come up with some specific Tokel blockchain technologies, and we actually have a strategic partnership with the Komodo team, which has been awesome. We work hand in hand alongside them for a lot of stuff, and we're starting to really drive some of the technologies that are within the Komodo ecosystem and open source them for everybody to use. But that was about mid-year where we launched the blockchain itself, and then shortly thereafter, we conducted an IDO, an initial DEX offering. So we used the Komodo-based Atomic DEX, and we were the first initial DEX offering to be conducted on the Atomic DEX decentralized exchange. If you're not familiar with Atomic DEX, that's an atomic swap-based decentralized exchange where you hold the funds throughout the entire exchange. There's no middleman. There's nothing like that. It's purely an atomic swap-based decentralized exchange. Anyhow, so we conducted the IDO on there, and we're fortunate enough to raise just over 700,000 Komodo from the community, the Komodo community, and people that wanted to get involved. So we put a bunch of Tokel up for sale on this decentralized exchange and managed to raise that amount. Fortunately for us, that means that we've been able to put a lot of effort into developing and marketing our decentralized application and fulfilling the promise of the Tokel white paper, which was the white paper outlined the underlying blockchain features that were already available. So all of the features on Tokel, when we started, are there ready to go. It's just what the idea was to get funding to create this decentralized application that was going to give access to that. So make it really simple and really easy for anybody to use this one application and access all of those features. So the big ticket items were the coin and token wallet, the token creation tool, and the marketplace, so the NFT and token marketplace. So they're the big ticket items that we're going to tick off the box here,
right?
Through this decentralized application.
Right, and then if I have Tokel, I can keep them in my Atomic Dex wallet.
Yes, yeah, that's correct.
Okay. And just say something about Atomic Dex. Atomic Dex is completely amazing, ridiculously amazing. I think it's a true atomic swap, peer-to-peer exchange, fully decentralized, no KYC or anything. So, for example, if Nutella wants to buy some Litecoin off me in exchange for Bitcoin, we are able to set prices or use the prices that are the price feed that's within the exchange. And either the transaction goes through for both of us or it doesn't go through at all. No counterparty risk, and it's true atomic swap. There's no escrow service like, say, with ChangeLly or ChangeNow or even local Bitcoins, because there's no party in the middle. Either he gets the Litecoin as agreed and I get the Bitcoin as agreed, or none of us, it just doesn't go through. And they can do swaps between UTXO chains and quantum chains and ERC20 chains, and they're adding more and more all the time. I think they're working on Binance, and particularly exciting for me is they're working on the R-atomic swap, which means that you'll be able to go from Bitcoin or Ethereum straight to Pirate Chain without anybody in between, without the ridiculous transaction fees that you might have to use if you're using WAR. Actually, you don't have ridiculous transaction fees on the Binance Smart Chain, but anyway, it's fully decentralized peer-to-peer. So looking forward to Atomic Swap coming out soon. So I just wanted to say that it's a really, really great plugin. It's a very, very smooth UI in constant development. And I think the Komodo team, just some amazing developers there. Okay,
yeah,
I'll have the links to Atomic Swap in the description below. So Nutella, are you able to show me how to create an NFT? If I go into the page and you can have a look, I show you. Now, I don't have any.
Yeah, definitely.
So you might have to send me a couple of Satoshi. So let me just.
No worries. We'll just send you the GitHub.
All right, here is the Tokel website, tokel.io, tokenization made easy. And it says I have to download the application. Okay, I have downloaded the Tokel platform. There is going to be a web application that is in development. And make sure you go to the right website link. You don't want to go to some other link and download some other virus or something. And I've also, one of the things that helps is my NordVPN, which I've got on, and what that does, it stops me going to phishing websites. So, and I have a link in the description below if you want to use NordVPN to keep your data secure and encrypted as it goes in and out of your computer, and also works on mobile phones. So I've installed it, and Nutella Liquor is kind enough to send me one Tokel coin, which will mean I can make 100 million fungible tokens or 100 million NFTs should I wish to do so. And we're just waiting for that one to arrive. And one of the things you want to be careful of is when you're creating this, make sure you keep your passphrase, the 12 seed phrase, and also the private key that you get in creating it. Make sure you keep that super duper secure and safe. Is it possible to store other Komodo ecosystem assets in this?
Not at the moment. We are planning to make it a multi-coin decentralized application, but the technology that we're using in the backend is what we call NSPV, so notarized SPV. Basically, it was a Komodo-based technology that we've gripped up and run with, and that's developing we're using it within this app. And basically, we have to extend it a little bit more to make it a multi-coin wallet. But the end state is that we are able to input all of the Komodo ecosystem smart chains within the one wallet, and as long as they use the Komodo the delayed proof of work notarization feature, they can be put into the wallet.
Okay, good. Well, I've got the one Tokel, but here on the history, it looks like you sent me a ridiculous amount of Tokels. What's this? 3 million? 3 million? How many NFTs do you want me to make?
That's quite a significant amount there, isn't it? No, I think that is an issue with the current release that we have fixed in the next release. Unfortunately, that'll be available within the next week or two following this video being taken. So that is basically one Tokel. The way it currently reads is 100 million or 100 billion or whatever it is there.
Like a trillion or 100 trillion or something.
Yeah, it's quite a significant amount.
Well, just on that, is the Tokel supply, is it limited? What's the release schedule?
The Tokel supply caps out at just over 200 million. We had 100 million pre-mine, which was allocated to a bunch of different areas, which you can read in the white paper, and then over the next 50 or so years, it'll get up to about 200 million or just over 200 million in the final stages.
Right, and what is it? A proof of work, or just a release?
It's an equihash proof of work Komodo smart chain. So you can any equihash based miners, proof of work miners can mine the chain. We're also protected by that delayed proof of work notarizations security service that the Komodo ecosystem offer.
Yeah. So if people don't know what that is that I imagine every 10 minutes or so, all the transactions on the Tokel blockchain are hashed onto the Komodo blockchain, and every 10 minutes those are all hashed onto the Litecoin blockchain. And what that means is if you wanted to do a double spend attack on Tokel, and hey, why not? Because it's a small market cap coin, it won't take a lot of computing power, then you would need 51% of the Tokel hash rate, plus 51% of the Komodo hash rate, plus 51% of the Litecoin hash rate, which pretty much means forget it. It's immune from double spend attacks like that, which is very, very good. Great feature for all the Komodo assets. Okay, so I've got my one Tokel. I go to create token on the left here. And let's make an NFT. So let's click on NFT. What's my NFT? I'm going to Nutella and Rich. Can I call it that? Is that okay? Does that work?
Yeah. It's up to you.
What does your NFT represent? Nutella and Rich seminal interview in January 2022. Okay, supply of one, media URL. What's this?
So this is where you can write into the metadata of your NFT if a link or a hash to your media URL. So if you have an image, or if you have a video or a song or any type of media, this is where you would put the URL to point people in the right direction of where that is actually stored. So our recommendation at the moment is to use IPFS, Interplanetary File System, to store people's media in a decentralized fashion. So that's what we're currently recommending. So if you had a picture, then you would go and upload it to IPFS and put the IPFS link in here. What we are planning to do in the future is to enable an upload function directly to IPFS from within the DApp. That'll be in a couple of versions time when we take a look at the token creation tool and updating it again.
Okay, but this option is optional, so I don't have to do this now. And I could just to plug a BPSAA project is use something that Etho Protocol provides, perhaps.
100%. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's another great solution using the Etho file storage network. If you upload your media to their file storage network, then you can come in here and plug the link to that or the URL to that file right there.
So I'd put it in there. I'd skip that. The royalty optional, what's that?
Yeah, so this is where you can add a royalty to your NFT. So any future sales using the on-chain token decentralized exchange will incur a royalty, which will be the marketplace. So the Tokel blockchain has an inbuilt token-based decentralized exchange mechanism where you can list your NFT or your fungible token for sale right there on the blockchain.
Right.
And then if that exchange occurs, then if you've got the royalty selected, it'll incur a percentage based out of the value of that exchange.
Okay, well, let's put in just for 10%, right? So for example, Nutella and Rich, this NFT gets incredibly popular, and you and I as co-owners, we sell it on for 100 KMD. You and I will get 10 KMD, or can we only use Tokel?
So the on-chain exchange is only for Tokel to the tokens that are on Tokel. In the future, we are looking and working with the Komodo devs to get Tokel tokens listed on the Atomic Dex decentralized exchange, which will open up the avenue for any coin to be swapped with a Tokel NFT or fungible token.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, let's say we're going to sell it for 100 Tokel, and which means you and I would get 10 Tokel, which we'd share between us. And then if that seller then sells it on, if that buyer sells it on to somebody else, will we still get 10% royalty?
Yeah, so the royalty goes back to the creator at all times until the
Wow.
end of time. Yeah,
Wow, wow, wow. Okay, very good. Very good. And I can do audio files here as well and video files, which would just be great for musicians and artists because they can get
that's the
royalties
one.
forever. Very clever. Okay, type to select a collection or create a new one. Um, let's do Tokel interviews. This is part of this collection. Okay, number in collection 10. Don't know why. Custom attributes.
Yeah, would this not be the first?
Yeah. Custom attributes. An attribute like what?
So in this field, you can put whatever attributes you would like to attach in the metadata to your token. So if a video game company was creating tokens that had specific strength attributes or charisma or power or whatever, this is where they could go ahead and put the attribute name as power, and then the value would be strength. And then when that token gets loaded into their video game, it would read the metadata from the token on the blockchain, and then populate the in-game features, whatever that happens to be.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
interesting. I want to talk to you about how gaming ties into, because I think that's going to be just like NFTs are going to be lucrative, then gaming in NFTs is going to be particularly lucrative. So we will come back to that. So I'll put it in there. But just a little note, there's a little spelling error here. Think of attributes like, you see that, strength.
yeah, I do. Yep,
No.
yep,
Okay.
yeah.
All right,
Well,
so
that's another fix.
yeah, it is very, very easy to use. Because ordinarily, sometimes I'm afraid of these sorts of applications. Like, what do I do here, right? So I've checked
Yeah,
and double checked all the inputs. Yep, that's accurate. I click on continue.
yeah. So you you have to get rid of that attribute. Yep. There you
Okay,
go.
supply. I understand creating this NFT will cost 0.001001 Tokel. So that must be the gas fee. The
That's the blockchain transaction fee, so not a gas fee. We don't have gas fees. It's
okay.
just the inherent blockchain transaction fee.
Create my NFT. NFT created. A transaction has been broadcast creating your token. Please check your wallet in a few minutes. Let's have a look on the Block Explorer. Here we go. This is the NFT. Is that right?
Yeah, that's it. So this is where you can find. This is just a normal blockchain explorer, and this will have the basic information about your NFT or your token. So if you had a picture here, if it was IPFS specifically, then it would use the hash to find that picture or media or whatever it happens to be. But yeah, as you can see, you've got the description there. You got the name up the top. The token ID is the important part. So that token ID is the one thing that identifies your NFT apart from everything else. So that is, if you wanted to have people search your token, that's what it would be. Would be that ID. So that goes directly to the block that, or the transaction details that created your token. So if you just go
Oh,
back again,
hold on a second. Go back to the platform.
sorry, no, just go back a page. Yep, and then you can go down, just scroll down the bottom a little bit, and you can see that the raw token data here, your royalty is 100, which is 10%. It's expressed up to 999 or 99.9%. And then in your arbitrary data here, it's got the collection name, so Tokel interviews is what you listed it, and then the number in the collection is the first NFT within that collection. So if you were creating multiple NFTs within a collection, you would use that same collection name in the DApp, and it would allocate that ID there, which is a randomly selected ID for your collection. But then you would be able to put number in collection 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to however many within that collection you've got.
Hey, that's amazing. All right. And it's incredibly easy to use. Let's go back to the platform. Let's go to wallet. It'll take a moment or two to arrive, I take it. But while we're doing that,
Yeah.
we've done great token. Let's look at the DEX. Now, does this connect with, oh, it's not available currently. Will it connect with Atomic Swap DEX, or are you creating your own?
So this is the on-chain mechanism. So the Tokel to token decentralized exchange mechanism that's all on-chain. This is where we'll have it, and we'll have it as a marketplace, and a combined marketplace where you can sell tokens and NFTs there. But eventually, we'll be working with the Atomic DEX developers, and we've started discussions with the Komodo team to enable those token-based atomic swaps within Atomic DEX itself. So this won't replace Atomic DEX. This will be specifically for the on-chain trades, and then we will have the token-based atomic swaps created and enabled within the Atomic DEX application in the future.
Okay, and then I can click on the roadmap to get an idea when that will be live. So you tell me an idea.
Yeah, so we haven't put an actual date on at the atomic dex swaps, but the on-chain token dex swaps, we're looking to have that live as a marketplace for people to buy and sell their tokens by mid-year.
Okay, very good. And then the NFT market would come after that, I imagine.
So so we're actually going to combine the DEX and NFT marketplace. So the marketplace itself will utilize the underlying on-chain DEX. Initially, we were going to have it as two separate, like a token DEX and an NFT marketplace, but we've decided to combine it into one, as the underlying DEX mechanism is going to be the same there.
Right. Okay. And then I could also similarly create fixed supply tokens, and it would be a very similar procedure.
Yeah. Yep.
To what we did.
You just have to
go on, Nutella. You were saying something?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you would just have to allocate a supply to your tokens. So you might say a supply of 1,000, and it would allocate 1,000 UTXOs to that, and you would then be able to individually send tokens, those 1,000 tokens, to your 1,000 viewers, for example.
Okay, here it is. Here's the NFT. It's arrived. Nutella plus Rich. I click on that, and then I can see the details. There's the ID of that NFT, the creator, 10% royalty, collection name, Tokel interviews. This is an NFT. You own the only one. Oh my gosh. And I can send it, and then I can receive others as well. Very, very neat. Very, very neat indeed. And you mentioned earlier about gaming. So I think gaming is going to be very, very big because people use in-game NFTs and they can trade them. And so how is that going to shape up? How are you going to do that?
Yeah, so we are trying to provide a whole of token approach. So our aim is to tokenize everything. So that doesn't just mean NFTs. It doesn't just mean fungible tokens. Like NFTs are a huge market, that we can satisfy. But that encapsulates, NFT artists that have digital artwork and want to sell their digital artwork. It has, songwriters that want to, NFTize their songs, and then we also have this field, which is video games, that they can use both NFTs and fungible tokens within their video games. But the biggest problem with creating video games and interacting with blockchains at the moment is the overhead that the game has to have in order to run the blockchain. So, if they were to run a game on Bitcoin, for example, they would have to, download the entire blockchain in order to interact with the blockchain and broadcast transactions, or you would have to rely on a centralized server to provide you with that data. What Tokel has is we have this NSPV technology, which is a decentralized version, which, to try and summarize quickly, basically, we have a trustless way to talk to any single full node on the Tokel network. You can get data off them and know that it's legitimate and not corrupted data, because you can compare it with the notarizations that are on the Komodo blockchain to say, yep, this is the notarized information, this is the truth. And then you can also sign transactions locally on your computer and then broadcast those transactions to any full node on the network. So similar to SPV, but it's a completely decentralized. As I said earlier, like Tokel doesn't have any servers or anything. So going back to the video game roadblock, they can incorporate NSPV into their game to enable a Superlight client. So this application right here is interacting directly with the blockchain using this NSPV technology, and it only took you half a second to log in. There was no downloading of blocks, there was no nothing, but you can interact with the blockchain in this incredibly light fashion, which is a huge selling point to video game companies. And we're definitely putting our feelers out there for anybody that would like to develop using this technology, because I think it is a game changer for video games. Sorry, the pun there.
Yes.
That's where we kind of are targeting, is trying to make it easy for video game manufacturers to interact with decentralized blockchain technologies.
Wow, because that is incredible. Because imagine the problems of playing a video game on Bitcoin or Ethereum, the transaction fees, I'd shoot somebody and have to wait for 30 minutes sometimes.
Yeah.
Shop to reach them or something, or to turn a corner. That just ain't going to work, right? But wow, this is very, very clever. Very, very clever indeed. So let me go back to our screen. You said you're putting some feelers out to video game developers and stuff, which brings us to the question of marketing. I mean, one is the product's not completely ready. So by when is it going to be ready? And what are you then going to do to get the word out?
Yeah, so the decentralized application is our sole focus at the moment, and enabling all of those features and really ironing out all those little problems to make it as easy as possible to use. I think we've gone leaps and bounds from basically nothing. There are little bits and pieces that we're addressing. The aim is to have the DApp feature complete, so have access to all of those features by mid-year. So that currently we're working on a login tool where you can create a username and password and store your address underneath that, like a lot of other wallets do. So that's currently our focus, and then we'll be shifting into the marketplace, and we'll be conducting the main launch of the decentralized application around the mid-year point, depending on how the development goes. The plan of which is in the hands of Dream Tim, who's our lead marketer, who I'm aware you're familiar with,
Mhm.
And he's currently writing a plan to get a lot of people on board for that DApp release, such that we have people utilizing the token creation tool, which we currently do. We have quite a significant amount of tokens already been created on the blockchain, but then we also have this offering on the marketplace for people to come and see, what tokens are available to purchase. So that's one part of it, and then we would really love to see, a video game create a proof of concept. Using or interacting with the Tokel blockchain as like hey, this can be done. We currently don't have anyone on the team that has the skill set to do that, so we're looking for partnerships in that area. And if there's any of your viewers that are interested, then definitely reach out, because that's something that we're keen on.
Sure. And they can reach out through the Telegram group or the Discord group or Twitter. And I'll have all the links in the description below. And also, of course, by the website, by emailing the team directly. Okay. Now, but what about competitors? Are there other applications or other projects that are doing similar? And if they are, why should anybody use Tokel?
Yeah, so I guess the easiest platform to compare us to is Ethereum. I wouldn't say it's a direct competitor, because we aren't offering the smart contracts and Ethereum virtual machine capabilities that the Ethereum platform is offering. But what we can compare ourselves to is within that the way that they create NFTs and tokens. So we can directly compare to that, and just immediately, if there are people out there that can't access creating NFTs or tokens because of the barrier of entry of being the cost so high, then definitely look at Tokel as an avenue for that. Because even if we do scale to the market cap of Ethereum, to create an NFT would still cost about $1. So a tiny amount, and then all of the transactions would only to send them around would only cost a transaction fee. So even at that huge scale that Ethereum is currently at, to create a token is still inconsequential amount of funds.
Right.
The other thing that we have is this NSPV technology. It's kind of hard to wrap your head around, and it took me a while to really understand what Komodo created and JL777 created here. But the ability to interact with a blockchain in a trustless, incredibly quick, super light client opens the door for so many applications to utilize our blockchain specifically. It takes the barrier to entry for any software application or any video game. Their access to blockchains in a decentralized fashion is completely gone. Like this solves that problem completely. So that is another huge selling point to the platform itself. I'd say the kind of the biggest selling points at this point in time.
That's fabulous. Thank you so much. Anything else, Nutella, you want to let us know before we finish up?
Yeah, I'd say just to, I guess, give people an awareness that it is a platform. So we would like to see other marketplaces being built with utilizing the Tokel blockchain. We would like to see different video game manufacturers. So although we're creating this DApp, this decentralized application that has all these features, I would love to see other people create marketplaces utilizing the Tokel blockchain and Tokel tokens. Like, that is the end state. We are creating this DApp to showcase what is available on the underlying blockchain, and giving people open source technologies to come and copy our DApp and spin it off in their own way in order to access that blockchain. So if that interests any of your viewers, then I'd definitely recommend joining our Discord and coming in there and talking to a lot of the smart people in the community that know a lot about this technology, and trying to wrap your head around it and see if it's something that would fill a solution for you, or something that would interest you.
Great. Okay. Well, listen, thank you so much. Really appreciate you taking the time to let me know about this. And we now have a Nutella Plus Rich interview NFT. So if
How
anything,
good.
we're not going to be doing anything about it, but there you go. Really, really appreciate it. All the links in the description below. Thank you, Nutella. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Please do come and subscribe to me on Crypto Rich BTC, my new YouTube channel, because of the shadow ban on my main channel. Also follow me on Odyssey and the other censorship resistant platforms. Join my Telegram announcements channel and follow me on Twitter, Crypto Rich YT. And between now and when I see you next, please keep filling your pockets with crypto profits. This is Crypto Rich and Crypto Nutella signing out. All the best. Bye-bye.